Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, let me discuss and implement circuit breaker mechanism and also will explain about how it works. First of all, let me create a Spring Boot application. Java, ePlanet. Circuit 1. Circuit breaker 1. Okay. Add. For now, I'm adding web dependency. Generate. I will also create another application. Circuit 2. Here in this project also I'm adding Spring Web dependency. Click on generate. This will generate the second application. Let's open this. Right click, extract all, extract. Close this window. Right click, extract all, extract. Okay. Now just open the IntelliJ. Click on open. Now search for the circuit breaker. See here, circuit breaker 1. Import it. Trust project. Now open circuit breaker 2 as well. Okay, trust project, new window. Now we have opened the two applications. What I will do here now is, in the circuit breaker 2, source, main, Java, I will create one project. I will create one package first. Package. In this package I'm saying service details. I'm saying depart details, department details. Okay, in the department details, let me create department details class. Okay, and also right click, new package model. Delete this model. Circuit, new package model. Here in the model, Java class department. I'm saying in the department, private integer depart number, private string depart name, private string depart count, I'm saying. That's it. Generate getter and setter. Generate constructor. This one. Control Alt L. That's it. Now go to the department details. In the department details, annotate this with @ component first, and here public list of department, save depart details, I'm saying. Instead of save, I'm saying save. Okay, in list. So return arrays dot as list new department 1 comma biology comma 2. That's it. New department 2 comma zoology 3. New department 3 comma botany 6. Okay, Control Alt V. No, Control Z. We'll do the Control Z. No need of it. Okay, that's it. What I'm doing here now is, let's say, for example, new Java instead of the controller. In the controller, create one Java class, depart controller, I'm saying. Request mapping / API, I'm saying. After that, create one method. Before creating a method, just inject that department details here. Department details, I'm saying, with the rate of automat. That's it. Create one method, public list of department get depart details, I'm saying. That's it. Details dot, I'm calling that corresponding method return. Here I'm doing get mapping / that's it. Here in the circuit breaker 2 application, what I did here is I have created one department details. Inside that I have added department details into the corresponding list. and I have annotated this class with at the rate of component, so that this will inject in the runtime. And the department controller, I have injected the department details here, and I have auto void it, and I have created one get method and call those details and returning those list of department details. That's it I'm doing. Now let me go to the circuit breaker one first. Before that, what we will do is add the few dependencies. Let me add those dependencies. Copy into the circuit breaker one. That's it. Reload it. Okay. Okay. What we need to do here is, this is something related to Spring Cloud, na? So I had Resilience project. Let me open an application, new window, come down, copy this dependency management, copy, and go to the circuit breaker one. After the dependencies, just add this here, and also go to the employee app. The employee app up right there, I'm having Spring Cloud version. Copy this and also add it here in the properties. That's it. Reload it now. That's it. Now go to the source, main, Java, create one project. Create one package. Package is config, and also create another package, new package model, and also create another package, Java control. In the config package, I'm saying depart config. In the depart config, just annotate this with @ configuration and create the bean public rest template return new rest template. That's it. And annotate this with @bean. That's it. And now go to the circuit breaker 2, copy the department and paste it here. Paste it here in the model. That's it. Depart config. Now go to the department controller, annotate this with @rest controller, @request mapping, slash API slash A I'm saying. And now what we will do here is private rest template just inject the field here, as we have already created the bean in depart config. We have created the bean for the rest template in the depart config. I'm just auto wiring it here. That's it I'm doing. This class name I'm setting it as depart controller. Just rename it here. That's it. Now what we will do here is we'll just simply create one method, public list of department, get department complete details I'm saying. Rest template dot get for object http colon double slash localhost colon 8080 slash go to the circuit breaker to depart controller slash API copy. Slash API. Okay. Now this should return the I'm saying department list of array dot class I'm saying. Okay. So what I will do here is list of department. So I'm saying okay, DEPT details. Just no need of these things. What I will do is simply return it. That's it. Now let me test it. We run it. Rerun the circuit breaker 2 as well. I have already started the circuit breaker 2. Okay, circuit breaker 1. This has started. I have already entered the details here. Hit it. See here we got the details. Let's say for example if the corresponding circuit breaker 2 is down, because circuit breaker 1 and 2 are dependent on each other. Circuit breaker 1 is getting the data from circuit breaker 2 through REST template. So if this is down, what will happen? Let me load this circuit breaker 1 URL. See, we got the 500 as a response and we got the error here. We got the error here. See here, connection refused. So for this, in order to be fault tolerant, we have the circuit breaker mechanism. So let me implement that circuit breaker mechanism. Here I have already added the Resilience4j circuit breaker dependency as well, actuator and also AOP. So what I will do here is, first thing, go to the department controller. In the department controller, here I'm saying @ circuit breaker. This takes the name, and name I'm giving as circuit -active. Okay, and I will add the fallback method as well. That should be fallback activate. Okay, copy this, just add the fallback method, and the return type should be same as this method. Return type should be same. Okay, now the method name, this takes the exception E, because when we hit it, we will get the exception. So after getting the exception, this method will fall back to the corresponding method and it will get the corresponding data and it will print the dummy data. This method will takes the exception, which we get. It will take the exception because we got the 500 series exception, right? So it will take that exception, and what it will do is it will just simply return the dummy data. That's what it will do. Return. Go to the circuit breaker 2, go to the details, just copy this complete thing, just add it here. That's it. Add it here, just change it to something like civics, geo, entomology 5. I'm changing the data, that's it. I'm returning this dummy data. What will happen here is, let's see, if the corresponding circuit breaker 2 application is down, it will try to fetch, by using the REST template, it will try to fetch the details from circuit breaker 2. Here I have provided the URL. If that application is down, what it will do is, the circuit breaker, it will come here and it will fall back to the corresponding method, and what this method will do is, it will take the corresponding exception. Let's say, for example, previously we got the 500 series error, right? It will take that exception and it will return the dummy data instead of printing the exception to the end user. What it will do is, it will give it will provide it with the dummy data. So for that, we need to do some configurations for this circuit breaker. Go to the application.properties, management. health dot circuit breaker dot enabled equal to true. Management dot endpoints dot web dot exposure dot include equal to, I'm adding the endpoints, health info, metrics also I'm adding, circuit breakers, sorry, we are EA, circuit breakers, and also management dot endpoint dot health dot show hyphen details equal to always. That's it. Okay, now Resilience4j Resilience4j dot circuit breaker dot instances dot, just go to the controller, copy this one, just go to the application properties and paste it here. Circuit active register health indicator, this should be true. Okay, now copy the subtool, copy, paste it few more times. Okay, now event consumer buffer size, this should be event consumer buffer size, this should be 10. This should be failure rate threshold. This should be 50. Next should be minimum number of calls. Minimum number of calls I'm setting is as 5. Next is automatic transition from open to half open enabled. Automatic transition from open to half open enabled. Half open enabled, this should be true. Next is wait duration in open state. wait duration in open state, that is 5 seconds. Permitted number of calls in half open state. Permitted number of calls in half. This should be 3. Next is sliding window size. This should be 10. Next is sliding window type. This should be count based. Count based. Any mistakes, spelling mistakes or anything, register health indicator, event consumer buffer size, threshold, failure rate, threshold, minimum number of calls, automatic transition from open to half open enabled, wait duration in open state, number of calls in half open state, sliding window size. Okay, now after this, what we will do here is just run the application. That's it. Okay, now hit it. Run the circuit breaker 2 as well. Okay, now both applications are running, so we got this data. Now what we will do here is localhost colon 8089 slash actuator slash health and training. See here, this is the details complete. We have added the actuator dependency, so this is the complete details of the circuit breaker 1. So what I am doing now here is actuator slash circuit breakers. This is the details of the circuit breakers. Now actual thing comes here. Now we need to discuss this. First, here see the fields. Circuit active is the name of the, see here we have configured the name as circuit active. This is the circuit active. If you go to the depart controller, here we have the name as circuit active. Okay, that's fine. Failure rate is minus 1.0%, slow call rate, failure rate threshold is 50%, slow call rate threshold 100%, buffer calls, the calls we make, failed calls is 1, slow calls, and the state is a closed state. Here in the circuit breaker we have 3 states. One is closed and another one is open and another one is half open. The first point is, first the circuit breaker will be in a closed state. See here, the circuit breaker is in a closed state. Now both the applications are up and running. Now the circuit breaker will be in a closed state. Closed state. Both the applications are running. Now let's say, for suppose if I down one microservice and if I hit the URL 5 times, it will move to open state. We have the circuit breaker 2, and if I down this application, see here, if I down that corresponding application, and if I hit the URL of circuit breaker 1 5 times, see here, previously I have hit it 2 times, now I have hit it 3 times. So overall 5 times. The failed calls are 3, so it has been moved to open state. If in open state, it will be there for 5 seconds. As we see in properties file, wait duration in open state is 5 seconds. Then after 5 seconds, it will move to half open state. See here, in the circuit breaker 1 properties, we have mentioned as wait duration in open state is 5 seconds. After completion of 5 seconds, it will automatically move to half open. If I refresh it, it has been moved to half open state. In half open state, the permitted number of calls are 3. If I again go here, see, the permitted number of calls in half open state is 3. In half open state, the permitted number of calls are 3. If the 3 call fails again, it will move back to open state again. If the 3 calls which I make fails again, it will again move back to open state, from half open to open state. The circuit breaker 2 is down, so automatically if I hit it 3 times, it will automatically fail and it will fall back to the corresponding dummy data which I have provided here in the depart controller, and this will get printed. See here, hit it. Now check this. I had hit it 1 time, failed calls are 1, buffered calls are 1, 2. See here, go there, 2, 3. See here, refresh it. Now it has moved to open state. As I said before, in half open state, the permitted number of calls are 3. If the 3 call fails again, it will move back to open state. See here, there are 3 failed calls, so it has been moved to open state. Let's say for example, if I make another microservice up and make 2 calls minimum, it will move to closed state. See here, I am making up for the circuit breaker 2. Now both the applications are running. This is also running, circuit breaker 1 is also running. So what I will do here is, I will make first call, the data has changed, and what circuit breaker 1, it is fetching the data from circuit breaker 2 through REST template. So the data has changed. Now go to the circuit breaker, refresh it. Buffered calls are 1. It is in half open state. Now if I click another time, it will move to the, see here, and if I go here and if I again hit it, see here, still it is in half open. Hit it again. See here, after making 3 consecutive calls, what it happened is, it has been moved to closed state. That means 2 applications are up and running and there are no failed calls. If I make 3 more calls, it has been moved to closed state. It has been moved to closed state, like that. Let's say for example, if I again down this circuit breaker 2, and if I again hit it, see here, 1, refresh this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 consecutive calls I have hit it. If I refresh this, see here, it has moved to half open. In the half open, we have the permission of we can hit it for 3 more calls. 3 calls. 1, 2, 3. See here. It will again move to open state because there are 3 failed calls, so it get back to the open state. 3 failed calls. So if I again up this circuit breaker to and if I again hit it again, let's check this, half open, because within a 5 seconds it will automatically move to the from open to half open, as we have mentioned it here in the circuit breaker 1. See here, application.properties, wait duration in open state is 5 seconds. After 5 seconds it will automatically move to half open. We have made 1 call, 2, go back, refresh this, 2 calls, still in half open, hit it, go back, refresh it. It has been moved to closed state because both the applications are up and running. Now it has been moved to closed state. In this way, in this approach, this circuit breaker will work.